Driving business.
Very good morning and welcome to Smart Means Business. I'm Andrew Barigi, exactly 13 minutes past 7, and of course we're here to bring you the latest all in regards to do with the business. But of course, talking about Uganda's science and technology sector, recently 2 days back, the members of parliament on the Science and Technology Committee happened to go and take a visit at the Uganda Industrial Research Institute. And to their amazement, they were very, very surprised by the rapid developments and how they're actually taking pace when it comes to new innovations. They were quite so fast. And that really showed evidence that Uganda's tech and science and tech sector is actually having something that is really that is moving on quite efficiently well. And to the surprise, it's like the Uganda Industrial Research Institute, when it trains these scientists, they're actually neighbors that are willing to take on to these scientists with of course, lobbying for a higher pay to these scientists if they actually choose to quit the Uganda Industrial Research Institute. But of course, that points us at a certain point on the East African, in the East African region, as a country investing into the tech space. The only few disadvantages, the difficulties that we're faced is that, well, there is all this much machinery, but the only challenge is that there is lack of enough qualified personnel to run these equipments, these facilities. So that stands to be the only challenge. But when it comes to the new innovations, the developments, according to the reports, we really see that it is actually very amazing when it comes to the EVs, electric vehicles, and so many more. We saw a radio that was actually meant from the wood, as later on we shall be seeing the discussions with the members of parliament on the committee on the Science and Technology Committee that went ahead, and we see all these technologies that are spreading all across onto the various institutions to ensure that they trained these students from such an early age, from such a tender age, such that they can effectively participate in the country's technology sector. And when this Industrial Research Institute, according to what was observed, it's given about 400 billion Ugandan shillings, it can't be in position to actually run its own and sustain itself. Yeah, so that's in regard with what is transpiring right there. But of course, later I'll be giving you the details of the story later on as we proceed into our business update. Well, for now, let's switch and take a look at what's making headlines. That is in the press. Taking a look here, I have the Daily Monitor and the New Vision at the same time. And now, of course, to kickstart off with the New Vision, of course, President Museveni directs employers on casual workers. Now, of course, workers' unions petition president over what we call the exploitation bit of it. And of course, still Anita Among has no assets in the United Kingdom. Of course, the United Kingdom announced sanctions against the Speaker, that is of Parliament, Anita Among, and ex-ministers, that is Goreti Kitutu and Agnes Nandutu, were at the center of the Iron Sheet saga. But the report shows that she actually has no assets in the United Kingdom. Well, as we proceed briefly, of course, in the diplomacy perspective here, the United States support for Uganda to continue, says the envoy. And of course, Museveni contributes about 1.3 billion Ugandan shillings for the Martyrs' Day. Yes, and the districts probed over census jobs, as we see security agencies across the country are actually probing the recruitment of enumerators and the supervisors for the upcoming national census following the report that it was marred by different controversies. All right. Now, taking a look here at the Daily Monitor at the top page, hire staff on permanent terms. President Yoweri Museveni directs. Of course, President Museveni yesterday demanded that employers hire workers on permanent terms, a pronouncement which, if implemented, will make job contracts mandatory and working terms a bit predictable and and more secure at the same time. Now, of course, we also take a look at the big names behind Uganda coffee exports. So when you grab yourself a copy of the Daily Monitor, you will find that out. Of course, this is something so interesting, taking a look at the Massacre kids here who melt hats at Spain performance. Yeah, you find out what that really entails. It's quite very interesting. And of course, what transpired yesterday during the Labor Day celebrations, all here in the Daily Monitor. And of course, Kampala City Council Authority, cuts down the historical trees. Of course, we can take a look here at what is really transpiring. Now, of course, here they tell you clearly how you can actually make money from food waste. Yes, of course, by collecting the waste, sorting it, decontaminating, dehydrating, milling. We're talking about packaging. One can sell the food and earn a living out of it at the same time. All right, now, of course, we still take a look at the PPDA, which urges contractors on accountability and transparency. Yeah, you'll find out the further details when you grab yourself a copy. That is of the Daily Monitor. Now, mental health cases in women high since COVID-19. This is according to what experts say. Now, the experts say new drugs have also contributed, to the increase in cases. Why this is actually happening. Now, here we see the Rotarians that have been urged, that is to mentor parents of the ghetto youth. Yeah. You could grab yourself and you get to find out the further details, what really this entails. And of course, as I proceed, telecom firms advise consumers on data use. Now, of course, some individuals accuse telecom companies of defrauding them of their data. And of course, this has been quite typical from so many. I've had this complaint from even celebrities that, put it all there on the social media, and they complain about how they don't really understand how their data really goes. But the telecom companies come out here and advise you when it comes to data usage. In most cases, if you get to realize, if you use your data and you actually don't disconnect your data after using it maybe after scrolling through your social media and you leave the data running, definitely remember you have applications that are running in the background. So definitely that is going to consume your data. So you disconnect it, and I believe it's part of what they'll share in line with that. All right. Okay, now still proceed. Then this is Janet Museveni to parents. She says that accord time for children to play. Of course, she says play helps children to become strong problem solvers and critical thinkers at the same time. All right, now let me switch briefly and get into the new vision, and I'll get back to the Daily Monitor later. Of course, taking a look at President Yoweri Museveni contributing 1.3 billion to Nebi Diocese. Yeah, find out over that. Of course, taking a look at district officials probed over census jobs. Yeah, and of course, Museveni directing employers that is on the casual workers. Now, taking a look here at Uganda's labor market in Surrey State, says the expert. Why is it in a sorry state? If we had to take a look here, because the education system has failed to meet its demands. So the labor market is in a sorry state, and the blame is put on the education system as a result of that. All right, now away from there, we take a look at Parliament, which approves $450 billion, 450 billion Ugandan shillings loan to upgrade Chitugum Chidepo Road. So when you get to find that, you'll get to find the detailed report in regards to that. And of course, taking a look at the First Lady, who guides on co-curricular activities. Yeah, of course, what she mentioned about when you play, you become a thinker. That's what, according to what she believes. Now, President Museveni also embarks on monitoring the parish development model funds. All right, now that brings us to the end of the press review. And now let's take a look and switch to the traffic atmosphere. Quite a cold morning, and of course it threatened a little bit to fall. But if we can take a look at the situation down there, this is Fairway. Yes, and that is the John Rabiha route, which links all the way down up to, actually, if you proceed, you get into the Kololo side. Then as you proceed further, you branch into the Acacia Mall till the commercial roundabout. But according to my observation this morning, it's free, actually. There is not really any much congestion according to what I'm actually observing now. Vehicles moving in all freely this morning, and the majority of them being actually public vehicles. These are coming in from various areas, Bukoto, Shisasi, yeah, they of course are branched all through, make different shortcuts to ensure that. Now switching, taking a look at the Yusufule lane, it's all free. Yes, it's actually all free. If you're coming in from Mulago, you're coming in from even Kamosha the same, you're coming in from Makere side and you're approaching perhaps towards Ginger Road. So the Yusufule Road could be a good link up for you. You can, be in position, or you're coming in from Wanege and you're heading towards areas along Gaba Road when you're likely to use the access road. This Yusufule Road would be the best alternative for you to efficiently make your movement quite effective this particular morning. So that is the situation at hand right there. Very free indeed, quite very free. So it's and I perceive the fact that some of the schools actually already got some holidays, so that explains also why we see a relaxation in the number of vehicles, and it will happen for just a period, if it's a small period, and maybe it could be the fact that we just from a public holiday, and being a Thursday, almost approaching the weekend, sometimes people decide to take a little rest, take a little nap for that, and they probably go do later the activities that they're entitled to, or what the activities that they ought to do, and that's in that particular time. Well, exactly 27 now, 27 minutes past 7. Our Smart Means Business takes a short break. And of course, we're returning with Caribou East Africa and the international updates. Stick around.